sold over $750,000 of life insurance premium in 15 months. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact 8 steps that you need to take so you can be doing 60K a month in your business as well. Number 1 is you have to be getting 20 to 30 new leads coming in every single day. The way I get so many leads is by using the Goldilocks method. On one end of the spectrum, you can buy leads. The problem with buying brand new exclusive leads from lead vendors is that you just simply over leverage yourself. You spend so much money to get so little leads, so you're constantly having to buy more and spend a ton of money. Now, on the other side, you pretty much get leads at a super low cost. Now, the problem with this is they're probably going to be aged and you're just going to be spending so much time when you could be making money. So you have to have the perfect balance of quality, but also quantity. And so 20 to 30 new leads a day come from Facebook ads, where your average lead costs will be $5 to $7 a piece, and you close 5 to 10% of those leads and you scale from there. And if you're generating your own leads, it's best to have at least 5 states that you're licensed in, so you can have a lot of people that you can actually target that are interested in getting a life insurance policy. Now, not everybody's gonna buy, but having an abundance of lead flow will continue to feed your business. Number 2 is mastering the first 30 seconds of the call. You have to start the call strong with proper tonality, and you have to be curious, right? You can't just be, hey, I'm just giving you a call back about the request you put in. Yeah, you put in a request on Facebook to get a life insurance policy right now, like buy today, buy right now. You can't just do that right away. You have to kind of go through the whole process, act curious. Hey, were you looking for anything specific or just kind of wanting to go over all your options, right? So I'm going to give you my aged lead script, but also my new lead script, because I personally use 2 different ones. Some people go heavily on one, some people go heavily on the other, but I have 2. And so if you need to, go rewatch this video, write this down, listen to it over and over again, because if you master the tonality, the more people you keep on the phone, the more people you're going to present to, more deals you're going to close, and more that you're going to get paid at the end of the day. So the aged leads intro goes like this. Hey, John, you may have probably already got quite a few phone calls about this, or maybe even a text, but for some reason, it doesn't look like things got updated correctly. It looks like you recently responded to an ad on Facebook about possibly looking at the new state regulated life insurance programs. Sir, were you looking for anything specific or just wanting to go over all your options? So that's the aged lead script. Go back if you need and rewind and listen to that again if you're just working aged leads. Now, if you're working new leads, like most top producers are, and you're getting the 20 to 30 new leads a day, it's going to go something like this. Hey, John? Yeah, it's just Johnny. I was giving you a quick call back in regards to the request you sent in on Facebook for the new state regulated life insurance programs in Arizona. You listed your daughter as your beneficiary, is that right? There's purposeful pauses in there, but slow and steady is going to win the race. Number 3 is tracking my numbers. There's no way I would have even known that I got to $750,000 of sales without even tracking my numbers on spreadsheets. So what I do is I use Google Docs, and I have a process that I follow every single day to track the numbers that I have. So there's a lot of different numbers that you need to be tracking in your business. The most important numbers in your business are going to be, what is the placement rate on the policy? Number 2 is how much does the average client pay you? And number 3, how much does it actually cost to acquire a customer? Now, there's a bunch of little metrics that you want to look at as well to make sure, and benchmarks that you're hitting, so you can get to the placement rates, the cost per acquisition, and the lifetime value of your client. But ultimately, those are the 3 metrics that are most important. The reality is, lead cost is awesome. It's just an indicator that you're probably on the right track. But the thing that's most important is, how much does it cost to acquire a customer? And am I acquiring these clients profitably so I can really grow this business to the level that I want? Some more metrics that you want to be tracking is, how many dials are you making per day, right? And you check this on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. The dials, contacts, presentations, how many sales that you're making, how many deals are actually like closed, but then also, what is your placement rate? How many actually get approved, issued, and paid to you? How much your commissions are? What's your cost per lead? What's your cost per presentation? You want to backtrack into all these numbers, but again, what's most important is your cost per acquisition. The cost per acquisition that I'm really looking for is $150 or below, and really good closers are going to see $80 to $120 of cost per acquisition. But if you're semi-decent, you should be at $150 cost per acquisition, which will allow to 4 to 6 ROI, and you continue to reinvest and scale and just simply make more money. Number 4 is getting getting crystal clear on my goals. There's no way I would have been able to get to 750K in life insurance sales if I didn't have clear goals. I had clear outcomes that I was looking for. I was looking to make $20,000 to $40,000 in actual profit in my business and solely working from home. Now you can work in a bunch of different ways, and there's a bunch of different ways you can get to 750K in premium. The reality is you can door knock, you could cold call, you can use leads, you can buy leads, you can generate your own, you can do IULs, term, mortgage protection, annuities. There's so many different ways to get to that 750K mark, but I just wanted a simple, replicatable process. So I'm not having to go through crazy underwriting. I'm able to get paid instantly, and I'm able to make 1 to 3 sales a day, have really solid cash flow, acquire customers very inexpensively, and just continue to scale, rinse and repeat every single day. It's one of the best feelings, actually waking up and seeing 30, 40, 50 new leads in there daily, because I actually get excited to work. I remember when I first started generating my own leads, this was 9 months into the industry buying leads. I remember when I was buying leads, even if it was 10 p.m., I'd still be texting, trying to call these people, trying to get them on the line. But what's cool is I was able to actually create boundaries in my business so that I can check out at 6 and be able to spend more time with my wife and with my family, because that's ultimately what's most important. Another thing was when I started generating my own leads and I started seeing so many people coming in, names, emails, phone numbers, people actually responding to the automations and the AI bot that I was using, it actually got me excited to wake up. I wanted to wake up early because I knew the more time I spent dialing, the more people that I get in front of, the more people I get on the phone, it's just kind of like a game, the more I'm going to get paid. It actually became fun. And so I remember sitting on Zoom with people and just being able to just call leads over and over and over again. I remember my first 20K month in profit. What's awesome is Austin was actually on the Zoom with me, and he was actually just listening in and taking the age leads that I was using. What's crazy is when I did that 20K in profit month, he was on there and with the age leads that I was using, which was aged, not really aged, but they were called 3 times within the same day. I mean, he ended up issuing $20,000 on his own pen without having to actually buy leads, just working the called 3s. So that's another way that when you actually shift the numbers in your favor, when you start producing at a really high clip, you bring on an agent, you help them out, give them some leads, and you both get paid, which is awesome because you already paid for that lead. Now, number 5 is mastering the inputs to get to the outputs and the outcomes that I'm looking for. Now, this starts with number 4, with getting crystal clear on your vision. How much money are you actually wanting to make, and how do you want to do it? Do you want to actually sell final expense? Do you want to sell telesales? Do you want to sell face-to-face? Do you want to be able to sell from anywhere in the world? Like my wife and I traveled and sold everything and actually moved across the country. Like, what do you actually want your life to look like? And being able to get crystal clear on the goal that you have, you're able to master the inputs on a monthly, weekly, and then daily basis. So I knew if I wanted to get to 1 to 3 sales a day, I had to make every 30 or 50 dials. I knew I was going to be making a sale. So if I want to have enough activity to get to 3 sales a day, I need to be making 150 to 200 dials per day. Again, not all of them are answering the phone, but when you call, you present to them right on the spot, and then you go in for the close, because the more people you actually speak to, the more deals you're going to close at the end of the day. So the main inputs that I would look at to be able to get to 750K in life insurance sales was, what's my cost per acquisition? How much do I need to spend on a month-to-month basis? And I would calculate a little bit more based on scale, based on lack of efficiency throughout the whole process. And so if I needed to spend 6, I would budget 8 for that. And I would spend $6,000 to $8,000 a month, because I knew I'd be making $30,000 to $40,000 a month in profit if I actually did this and spent. So I'd just put my card on and set the budget and forget it. Now, number 6 is consistently working 8 to 10 hours a day. I had to have a clear schedule to be able to get to that 750K in sales mark. And honestly, the more that you work, the more you're going to get paid. It's really doing the boring stuff every single day. You wake up, you spend the money on ads, you dial the phone, and you present to clients, and you listen to your calls, and you do this over and over and over and over and over again. There's no magic bullets that are going to get you to 60K a month. But the reality is, if you do the boring stuff every single day and build brick by brick, you're going to be able to get to the outcomes that you're looking for. And at that point, it's just a math equation. You just spend more money and you make more back. If you make $4 every time you spend $1, all you got to do to be able to make 40K is you spend 10K, make 40 back, and you net 30K. So from 8 to 6 was purely just dial time. And what's awesome about that schedule is I work really hard throughout the day, and at night I'm able to hang out with friends, hang out with family, go to church, things of that nature that I actually enjoy doing after I already had really solid solid and productive day that I was able to move the ball forward. Now, number 7 is mastering objection handling. There's no way you're able to get to 50 to 60K a month and do 750K in life insurance sales if you don't master objection handling. So the 3 main objections that I had to master was I already got coverage, I need to think about it, and it's too expensive. If you master these 3 objections, then you're going to be able to convert more people, get more people across the line, and you just make more money. The number one thing that I see on a constant basis that was true for me and all the agents that I've helped is that if you have decent marketing and you get really good at sales, you're able to be extremely profitable. And the ROAS, which is return on ad spend, continues to go up. And so if you're at a 1 to 4, you're doing great, but top closers are at a 5 to 10x of the investment that they put into ads. And I've done a whole video on breaking down objections, so check out the rest of my videos where I actually go deep into that. Now, number 8 is that I had one script that I followed. I had a master script that helped guide every single conversation that I've had. Every single client is taken through the same process, and I ask the same questions or similar questions based on how they respond so that I can get the outcome that I'm looking for, which is ultimately building pain, building a why, explaining how this process is going to go, and getting them into enrolling into a policy. If you want to use the exact script that I used to be able to do this 750K in life insurance sales, click this video right here and I'll see you inside.